This is what happens when the world's biggest pop star and her NFL fiancé.
Breaking, and not from the political world. It was news of this big engagement. Taylor Swift engaged to NFL star Travis Kelce. The president saying, "I think he's a great player. I think she's a terrific person, so I wish them a lot."
Finally step out together after one of the most disappointing football seasons in recent memory. Monday, January 12, 2026, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce showed up for dinner at Funke, an upscale Italian spot in Beverly Hills.
It looks like Taylor and Travis are spending some time in LA over the past week. Here they are in Beverly Hills. Photos just got released. Here's a closer look with
their first public outing since the Kansas City Chiefs were knocked out of playoff contention on December 14th. And that timing alone sparked conversations about everything from retirement to their upcoming wedding. What follows is a breakdown of why this simple dinner date caught so much attention, what we actually know versus what's just speculation, and what this moment reveals about where both of them are headed in 2026. Let's start with what actually happened. Swift and Kelce pulled up to Funke in Beverly Hills on Monday evening, stepping out of a black SUV and heading toward an elevator entrance, while photographers captured every second.
We have small Taylor and Travis crumbs, no matter how low quality they may be. Taylor and Travis were recently spotted out and about in California, and y'all, I do hope that we get high quality pics dropping very soon, because I really need
People, TMZ, and Page 6 all ran the photos within hours, each one credited to BACKGRID. Every outlet highlighted the same detail. They were holding hands. That small gesture served as confirmation for fans wondering if the couple was still solid after everything that happened this season. Swift showed up in an oversized gray blazer, paired with a white miniskirt and high heels, a look fashion outlets called chic and stunning. Kelce dressed more casually in a green, brown, and tan bowling-style button-up with trousers. The reason this counts as a rare sighting comes down to timing.
Travis Kelce and fiancée Taylor Swift enjoyed a private date night in Los Angeles after a busy period, a rare glimpse into the everyday life of the power couple.
Their last documented public date took place back in November 2025, during Kelce's bye week, when they hit Zero Bond and the Polo Bar in New York City. Since then, the two kept things relatively low-key, at least in public, and that timing matters more than it might seem. This wasn't just any dinner. It was their first appearance together since the Chiefs were eliminated from playoff contention on December 14th. That season, by the way, turned into a disaster. Understanding why this date night matters requires understanding what Travis Kelce just went through professionally. A 6-11 record. That's how the Kansas City Chiefs finished the 2025 season, their worst performance in years. The playoff streak that stretched back to 2014 finally snapped, ending a decade of postseason runs in one brutal year. December 14, 2025 marked the official death of their playoff hopes when they fell to the Los Angeles Chargers 16-13. What made it worse was Patrick Mahomes tearing his ACL in the final minutes of that same game. A championship run that everyone expected turned into a nightmare ending. For a defending conference champion, this kind of collapse rarely happens. The Chiefs went from Super Bowl contenders to sitting home in January, and for a team and a player used to deep playoff runs, the blow landed hard. Which is why seeing Travis Kelce out at dinner in Beverly Hills just weeks after all of this carries weight. This wasn't a casual outing. It looked more like a snapshot of someone processing a major professional setback while trying to hold on to some version of normal life. And that leads to the big question on everyone's mind: retirement.
Together during the time off for Travis. He's not used to having this time off, and ultimately we know that he's gearing up to make a big decision. And regardless of what the Chiefs fans have to say, I think that it's
36 years old with an expired contract, Kelce finds himself at a genuine crossroads. He addressed this directly on the New Heights podcast on January 7, 2026. Putting it this way, there's a lot of love for the game that's still there, and I don't think I'll ever lose that. It's a tough thing to navigate, but at the same time, if my body can heal up and rest up, and I can feel confident that I can go out there and give it another 18, 20, 21 week run, I think I would do it in a heartbeat. But here's the thing, he also admitted there's no timeline. His exact words: "Either it hits me quick or I gotta take some time." Last year was a little bit easier. I knew right away that I wanted to give this another shot. So we'll see. The podcast also featured him joking that since the season ended, the show counts as his only job, leaning into that whole jobless humor angle. Reports have surfaced about potential media roles with major networks and streaming services, though nothing official has been confirmed. What those reports do show is that options exist beyond the field. That date night in Beverly Hills happened during what Kelce himself described as a period of trying to be a regular human for a couple weeks, maybe a month or so.
About and enjoying his life. I understand that we had a very, very rough season, but what is he gonna do? Stay cooped up at home and just kind of sit on the losses? You have to.
While figuring out his future in football. Now for Taylor Swift's side of things. The record-breaking Eras Tour wrapped up back in December 2024.
This is actually the 2-year anniversary of the first show of the Eras Tour. So I've been doing a lot of processing since I've been off the road these last few months. And, people often say that sometimes the greatest challenges in life end up being something you're so proud of, or end up being the most gratifying feeling in the end, if you can rise to the occasion. And this tour was absolutely the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life. It's a 3.5-hour show, more shows than I've ever done on a tour. And it really was the most gratifying thing I've ever done. I think about that.
And since then, she's settled into what looks like a creative consolidation phase. October 2025 brought her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, which critics framed as a record that leans into domestic life and stability, connecting her happiness to her relationship with Kelce. Several tracks reference him explicitly, with lyrics touching on his career and their connection. Some commentary has interpreted certain songs as references to their future together, though the couple hasn't addressed those readings directly. Touring remains on pause for now, though sources say she still has ideas for future music projects. Her philanthropic activity hasn't slowed down either, with significant donations going to organizations like Feeding America, the American Heart Association, and MusiCares. And then there's the sourdough. Just a few days before the date night, on January 9th, the Haim sisters left a spot in West Hollywood, carrying loaves of bread with Swift's handwritten labels on them. Baking apparently became her thing as the Eras Tour wound down, and Kelce even mentioned on the podcast that one of his favorite gifts to give her was a high-quality bread slicer. A small detail, but it paints a picture of where her head is at right now, focused on home, on creating, and on building something stable with the man she's about to marry. Speaking of building something together, the wedding. August 2025 brought the engagement.
Breaking, and not from the political world. It was news of this big engagement. Taylor Swift engaged to NFL star Travis Kelce. The president saying, I think he's a great player. I think she's a terrific person, so I wish them a lot.
With the proposal happening at Kelce's home in Missouri. The public announcement came on August 26th through a joint Instagram post.
Why do I want to cry?
The rollout blasted out to Taylor's 280 million Instagram followers. And the caption, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
That pulled in over 37 million likes, breaking records. Their caption read, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. June 13th, 2026 stands as the reported wedding date, though the couple hasn't officially confirmed it. That date would carry significance, since 13 has always been Swift's lucky number. Her birthday falls on December 13th, and major moments throughout her career have consistently aligned with that number. Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, appears in reports as a potential venue, which sits near Swift's existing Rhode Island estate. Early reports pointed to a smaller, private ceremony, but more recent sources claim the guest list has grown considerably. That said, none of the wedding details have been confirmed publicly, and some venue-related rumors have been disputed. Some reports and commentary suggest they're thinking long-term about starting a family, but they haven't confirmed any of this directly. One insider spoke to People about the wedding planning, saying nothing feels rushed or one-sided, and that they're both equally involved and excited. Celebrity sightings always generate fan reactions, and this one delivered plenty. Those January 12th dinner photos sparked the predictable mix of excitement and overanalysis. Swifties and Chiefs fans celebrated seeing the couple together, but some social media users zeroed in on Kelce's facial expressions. Comments claimed he looked annoyed or sad in certain shots, with one user writing, "He looks like he don't want to be there." Neither Taylor nor Travis responded to any of this speculation. Given what Kelce just experienced professionally, cutting the guy some slack for not beaming at the cameras seems reasonable. Fashion coverage ran largely positive, with multiple outlets praising Swift's sophisticated look and some highlighting her leggy display and overall polished style. So what does this date night actually reveal? The simple answer: Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce remain together, still engaged, and still making time for each other despite everything happening in their professional lives. But the timing gives it weight. Two celebrities grabbing dinner sounds routine, except when it happens while they're navigating a crushing football season, retirement questions, wedding planning, and the constant spotlight that comes with being one of the most famous couples on the planet. No big statement came from either of them. Nothing got posted. They just went to dinner, held hands, and reminded everyone watching that they're still good. A reported June wedding sits on the horizon, alongside major career decisions for both of them, which means this is probably just the beginning of a very eventful 2026.